Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are doing a follow-up video on an altcoin, which is Litecoin, ticker symbol LTC. We have done videos on this on the past, and I'm kind of seeing something very similar to what has happened in the past, and it's kind of giving you an opportunity. So I'm going to point it out, and if you want to take it, take it. In our past video, you can go look up LTC. We were actually showing you the long from the like I want to say like 60-ish, 66, and then we were looking for that 130, I believe, around here, and we got it. And now we're basically coming back to retest the lows from the little schematic, the trade schematic we had, which is right here. You see this little measured move. We were trying to take a long from right around here, which was 60 bucks. Stop loss at 55, and then we rode it all the way to 132. Everyone took profit at 132, it looks like, and the distribution actually came on in at 88. You had an opportunity to hold it, you lost it, and you're coming down to 54 one more time. Actually, you still didn't get stopped out. Yeah, let me show you. Look here on your daily. Here on your daily, you still didn't get stopped out. Actually, you went and tested the exact level right here. How crazy is that? So you had a secondary opportunity to take that long before this bear flag occurred for this distributional resistance at this $88 level. So where do I think moving forward, right? Like, what does this mean? Let's move this like this and like that. Sure. Something along this line. I would keep it. Oops. You can even go like that. Okay? So, okay. This is what I would consider the bottom support, okay? If we are in an uptrend, if you could see something similar right here, okay? Something similar like this. If we're going to consolidate in a sideways range, in this tight range, once we break out of the top of the range, I'm looking for that move up, right? Once we break to the top, which just happened, and we just retested, look very, very similar to this. You just broke out. You just came back and you retested the breakout right here. That's what this is. You just broke out and you're retesting it right here, and you can see this inverse head and shoulder. If you look closely, you can see this inverse head and shoulder, and here's the neckline. Once you break out of here, you're looking for the target around here. Okay, that's where I'm looking for the next level of resistance, right here at around 115, 120. And that's where I expect us to go from the level that we're at around here, around 80. So if I was to redo this trade schematic, I would do it like so. And then this one would be a 1 to 5 return. So this is a potential 5x gain if you enter all the way down here at 71. If you enter here on the middle of the channel, which is around 75, 76, which I advise between 80 to 70 is that $10 range that you want to accumulate for that upside push into 114 and whatnot. So that's how I see this on the lower time frames. Now if you take all this off, and we go back to higher, such as monthly, you can see that this is looking very tight, and we are actually did that doji, and now you just retested the doji, and now you're bearish engulfing. So it's a little too early in the month to say what I'm about to say, but if we can hold daily open and closes above $80, I would look for this candle actually to continue back all the way to 102. Now I know the risk of us going to 70 is there, but like I said, between 70 and 80 is accumulation, and we're trying to pick that up for the next month, which is June, and we're looking for June to go test into 103. Okay, so you got 30 days for this little thing to grind on the lows. Okay, if you want to come down and actually fill out, if you want to come down and fill this level out, that makes sense. Okay, this right here is your accumulation area over the next month for you to take that move to the upside. You want to basically fill as much of this right triangle, right shoulder as possible for that upside continuation. And that's if we break above, okay? If we lose this $60 level, then the monthly can come in and you can start flushing all the way down to 70. Okay, and then around 70 we have to decide if we're going to put in a local low or not. Last time we had that breakout, they put in higher lows, right? So technically we should be putting a higher low above 63. We should not go all the way to 63. We should maybe go to like 75 to 70 and continue back up from there. So we need to wait at least 1 week. So this week and next week might be accumulation, and then into the end of the month we can look for upside. And right here on your daily, you can see you're losing your last level of support here at $83. So until we get open and closes under 80, I wouldn't be worried for further downside into the 70s. But if we start closing under 80, you have the risk of the low. If you start closing above 87, okay, then you got to be aware that, hey, you're about to get ready to do a short squeeze into the $100 area, and then this right shoulder is going to be a shallow shoulder. But you can see this head and shoulder. This whole head and shoulder is pretty clean. Oops. You can see this, right? Like here's your shoulder, and it's very technical head and shoulder too. Here's a flag, right? Here's your distribution. Here's your neckline. Here's your right shoulder right here. And it's kind of like this. This extra right here is another distributional head and shoulder, potentially. And this head and shoulder can come all the way down here into $73, and it's still good for upside continuation. So be aware of what's going on here on Litecoin. I do think Litecoin has some ability to withstand another bull cycle or two. It's been around forever, but it is consolidating in between these two ranges, right? Between 55 to 80. Once we break above that, we're going to go to 132, which we did already. Once we break above 132, I'm looking for this to actually do a very nice rounding bottom here. Nice rounding bottom. Do the neckline top over here. And then I'm looking for a 1-to-1 measured move, probably to like this level right here. Once this breaks out. So this is around like 220. Maybe even $300 you'll probably come into, because that's what Bitcoin did as well. So probably around $300 is the next target, and then after that you can look for 1200 and whatnot, just exactly like what Bitcoin did. Yeah, so 300 first, and then we could look for 1200 after we break the $400 top. I'm looking for this to go straight to like 800 and a parabolic rise, and then to 1200. If the buyers join, the Litecoin community is weak. The people are trading it. If there's a large rise, it's immediately being sold off. I don't know if there's long-term development on Litecoin other than a quick trade and scalp. I'm not a long-term holder. I'm not a long-term believer in Litecoin. I'm just saying, hey, the opportunity for a quick long scalp is there. We have our ranges defined. We have our risk limited. I mean, it's already happened once, twice, why not third? And each time it happened, it's a higher low. So I'm looking for a higher high in the sequence of higher lows and higher highs. So that's where I'm looking for the next leg up into the 100, around $100 first, and then I'm looking for us to break that 132 resistance and then go right to like 220 and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for on Litecoin. And then today, it's probably going to grind down into New York Open for you to have that buying opportunity near $80, which makes sense because that's the top of the neckline. So that's what I have for you guys today on Litecoin. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below and I will get back to you in the next video. If you are interested in any other asset and you have questions, feel free to leave me the ticker symbol and I'll make a video on it in the next one. Aside from that, guys, please leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button for notifications so you get these videos as they drop. If you're interested in trading with me live, feel free to join the Discord server. Link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be safe and have a great day.